Hi guys, you alright? So, a couple of weeks ago I made a video about conversion therapy, but while I was editing that video I noticed something. And that got me thinking about what really goes on in these conversion therapy camps. But before I get into that, if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up. Leave a comment down below because I've had some really nice comments recently and I love replying to you guys and I love chatting, so let's have a chat. And don't forget to subscribe because I mostly post new videos every week, and hit that notification bell so you know exactly when. Also, I've noticed a few new subscribers, mostly coming from my Duolingo videos. If you enjoy my Duolingo videos and that's what you're here for, then don't worry, there's another video on that coming, but it's getting quite hard, so I'm giving myself a little bit more time just to get that video right for you guys. But if you are one of my new subscribers, welcome, hi. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do come join the family. And now let's get talking about some conversion therapy. So there have been people time and time again, especially in recent years, saying that conversion therapy really isn't helpful and that it's just not helping people in the way that it was expected to.
There's a lot of history of people coming out after they've, created these organizations, these ex-gay organizations or reparative therapy movements, to say that in fact it wasn't helpful.
And it's giving these young kids a false promise of what they can expect to achieve from conversion therapy if they want to live a straight life.
And they're using their good hearts to promote change, and it's a false promise.
And above everything else, people are saying that it is so damaging.
So groups like Journey into Manhood or Love in Action or any kind of group that tries to change the sexual orientation or gender identity of people from what's natural for them, I find to be very damaging.
Like, it's really damaging the minds of young people, telling them that they aren't right or they're sick or there's something wrong with them. Like, no, that's not what this is about, and doing that is so damaging. So with so many people coming out and saying that it's totally not the right thing to do, why is it still happening? And what's really going on in these conversion therapy camps? And is it a bit darker and a bit more secretive than we really know? So from watching the documentary, and after my last video I did go and watch parts 2 and 3, I noticed there was basically 3 things that they showed that goes on in these conversion therapy camps. Well, there's 2 that definitely happen, and then there's the last one that I'm pretty sure is going on. So the first thing, while they're there, they're able to express their emotions, get all of their emotions out, all of the emotions that they're feeling when they're having to live these straight lives. Keeping all of that inside obviously bottles up a lot of emotions, and that's one thing these camps are showing to do. They're allowing these people to let these emotions out.
I feel anger! And I feel this emptiness inside me every time I look into the mirror. The impulse I want to do is just punch that mirror because I can see my fucking parents in the background just staring at me and doing nothing as I've gone through this my entire fucking life.
They're also showing that they introduce techniques like meditation.
Like as if your body was a sandbag and the stresses are like sand flowing out your fingers and your toes. Allow yourself to see this and to feel it.
And that's really good because it'll help people, well, I was going to say it's really good. If you think about it, it's not, but it is helping people deal with all of the emotions that they're trapping inside while they're in their home lives. I do think meditation is a really useful tool, but in the context, and if you think about it really, they're using it to be able to deal with all of these emotions that they're bottling up inside while they're pretending to live these straight lives. I don't think that's really what it's useful for. So there's a couple good points about these conversion therapy camps. They're helping people get their emotions out, and they're helping people deal with these emotions. But that's not all they do. There's a lot more of a darker tone if you really watch it carefully. So take something that I mentioned in my last video, the use of the beanstalk in the Jack and the Beanstalk story being mentioned as a phallic symbol coming up from the earth.
Look at it! A phallic symbol!
Now then you also look at one of their meditation sessions and just listen to what he says.
Feel the power of the earth coming up into your body.
So he's talking about the earth coming up into your body, rising up, just like that phallic symbol of the beanstalk. Does that sound gay to you?
Ha! Gay!
And once they've gone through this whole weekend of the earth coming up into them and they're becoming one with nature, then they're presented with some seeds.
And I'll give you these seeds.
Now, of course, they do try and play this off as the seeds representing growth and creativity.
Yeah, the staff wear a pouch of magic seeds, so it represents Jack's, the seeds that were planted in the Jack story, Jack and the Beanstalk, and the potential for creativity and growth.
No, that's not what I think it is. You've got a phallic symbol coming up into people's bodies, and then they're given some seeds at the end of it.
Ha! Gay!
Just think about that one for a second. And then everyone who's been through that journey gets to keep those seeds, and they get to come back to this conversion therapy camp whenever they want. Also in this documentary, there's mentions of lesbians being linked to sadism and masochism.
Lesbians, sadists, masochists, and other sex deviants.
Which I'm assuming by extension includes gay men and other members of the LGBT+ community. But let me tell you, there are plenty of people that are into BDSM that are not in the LGBT+ community. But if they want to go ahead and link LGBT+ people with sadism, why don't we just have a look at this that goes on in a conversion therapy camp. Now, this is a guy who has survived conversion therapy. He's been through some awfully traumatizing things. I am really sorry that he's had to go through it, but listen to his story.
Then the physical abuse began. He tied down my hands and placed ice on them while showing me erotic pictures of men. He wrapped my hands in hot coils, stuck needles in my fingers, and shocked me with electricity.
Now, on the perpetrator's end, doesn't that sound sadistic to you? Like, seriously, he's going through torture, being shown erotica, and then going through absolute torture, which obviously someone is getting some kind of pleasure out of. Like,
that's really sadistic.
And then there's a guy talking about surrendering to a higher power.
Even this weekend, even though it's not a religious weekend, there's a real emphasis on surrendering to a higher power.
Okay, I realize I'm twisting his words here, but what if he's trying to make it sound religious or spiritual, when really he's describing his weekend as he was there surrendering to some kind of higher power, maybe someone higher up in the organization, or maybe just someone more dominant. He's worded it to sound religious or spiritual, and he's not telling a lie, but he's also giving you all the information you need to know about that weekend. So there's a clip that I've probably shown, well, I know I've at least shown it once, but I've probably shown it many times already. That's down to editing me, how many times I've shown that. But the thing that started me thinking about all of this is, why are they bordering up the windows? Well, there's two reasons they could be bordering up the windows. Either they don't want the people inside to see outside. They don't want them getting distracted by whatever's going on outside in the world. Now, in a secluded campsite surrounded by trees, there aren't going to be that many distractions, but there may be people walking past that could see in and see what's going on inside. That sounds like the more likely reason to me. They're getting up to things with phallic symbols and surrendering to higher powers and sadism, and they don't want the people outside to be able to see what's going on inside. I mean, even look at the basic level of it. They're getting a bunch of gay guys together and they're trying to stop them being gay, and they're trying to do that through theatre and through expressing their feelings. But one guy did say this.
It felt like what I was really needing was a sense of community with other men, a sense of reassurance of who I was as a man.
He needed to be with other men. Like, listen to what he's saying. So you know what? If people do want to live an outwardly straight life, I think these camps are a good thing. You get to go there, you let out your emotions, you get to practice dealing with your emotions in your outside life, and you get to take care of all of those urges that you can't do day to day.
Seems like a great little stress-relieving weekend to me.
Honestly, if that's what's going on, where can I sign up? I am of course kidding on that one. I would never set foot in there. Also, let it be known, this is just a theory. This is just what I've thought through watching and editing that video that I made. But the last thing I'll leave you on is a guy that says this.
You cannot be Christian and gay. You can't. You can be a homosexual and Christian, but you can't be gay and Christian.
Yeah, he's literally saying you can't be gay and Christian, but you can be homosexual and Christian. In other words, meaning you can't live the gay lifestyle which if you meet enough gay people, you will realize there is not one gay lifestyle, but you can't live the gay lifestyle, but you can be homosexual, and you can have homosexual tendencies, and every once in a while, you get to go be staff in that conversion therapy camp, and you get to release those urges, and you get to deal with all of your other emotions that come along with it. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, again, please give it a massive thumbs up, leave a comment down below with any of your thoughts on any of this, and if you want to watch another video just like this, perhaps my first conversion therapy video, there's a couple right over there that you can go watch right now, and a subscribe button below me that you should click, because again, I'm kind of inconsistent, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know exactly when, and I'll see you soon.